You might think that the primary antagonist for your teeth is sugar, right? Well, although it's true that sugar heightens the activity of bacteria that produce more acids, which can then erode your teeth, there's actually a far more destructive type of acid. And guess what? It has nothing to do with sugar. Now, if we shift the conversation to fruit juices, like apple or orange juice, they are actually 5 times more damaging than soda to your teeth. Yes, quite intriguing, isn't it? I'll delve into the reasons behind this shortly. Now consider this, between diet soda and regular soda, which would you assume is worse for your teeth? Believe it or not, diet soda might actually be the bigger culprit. I'll explain the specifics of that as well in just a moment. Moving on to the second major offender, candy. Specifically, the kind you savor slowly, such as a lollipop. This type of candy consistently bathes your teeth in sugar, undoubtedly fostering an environment where microbes thrive and produce more acid. Thirdly, we have powdered starches. These starches behave similarly to sugar, feeding those same microbes and aiding them in creating acids. This includes ingredients like modified food starch, modified cornstarch, or maltodextrin, which you find in a plethora of junk foods. Next up, let's talk about liquid sugar, such as high fructose corn syrup in sweetened drinks. Here, you're not even chewing, you're just dousing your teeth in sheer sugar. It's important to distinguish between natural sugars, like those you get from eating whole fruit, versus drinking juice from fruit, especially if it's pasteurized. The difference is substantial. Then, we come to actual sodas containing phosphoric acid. You might be surprised to learn that phosphoric acid is not the most harmful acid for your teeth. There's another, even more hazardous, but I'll get to that shortly. However, phosphoric acid is certainly harmful. It leaches calcium from your teeth. So in sodas, you're dealing with not just the syrupy sweetness of high fructose corn syrup, but also phosphoric acid. Finally, consider gummy bears. These sticky treats adhere to your teeth, prolonging sugar exposure, and consequently increasing bacterial fermentation and acid production. And then there's caramel, found in various other sticky candies, but gummy bears are definitely a top contender in this risky lineup. Now, there are other factors people often discuss, such as acid reflux, which can end up affecting your teeth too. However, that's still not the acid I'm focusing on. The acid that truly wreaks havoc on your teeth? Let me read it off the label of this bottle of what essentially is sugar water. It reads, water, sugar, dextrose, and citric acid. Yes, citric acid is the real culprit here. Citric acid, isn't that naturally occurring? Indeed, it is found in citrus fruits like lemons and limes. However, it is also synthetically produced. What's particularly notable about citric acid is its strong ability to chelate calcium. If you've seen my video on kidney stones, you'll remember why we use lemon juice, because the citric acid binds with the calcium. It's an incredibly potent chelator, which essentially means it can claw into and bind with mineral substances like calcium. So, when you consume citric acid in significant amounts, you are essentially eroding your teeth by extracting calcium from them. Interestingly, the pH level of citric acid isn't even that acidic. This goes beyond just an acid issue. If you check the ingredients on a juice bottle, what do you find? Citric acid. What about in diet sodas? Citric acid again. This form of citrate, which is essentially citric acid, poses the greatest risk for tooth erosion. Normally, the pH in your mouth should be slightly neutral or alkaline, ideally just above 7. When the pH drops to around 5.5 or lower, that's when erosion and mineral loss begin, leading to the demineralization of your teeth. So what does this mean in practical terms? If you consume anything, it's wise to follow up by swishing some water in your mouth. Gargle and rinse it around, then spit it out. This simple practice helps cleanse your teeth of any residues, whether it's sugar or citric acid. I definitely think that would be a wise course of action. Additionally, I'd strongly suggest you apply the same procedure after consuming other acids. For instance, make sure to rinse your mouth with water after having apple cider vinegar. And of course, start paying close attention to labels to ensure you're not ingesting too much citrate in various products. Now, if you're consuming something like potassium citrate or magnesium citrate, that's a different story. These are bound with a mineral and won't leach minerals from your teeth. Instead, they go directly into your digestive system without causing any harm. But any product that exposes citrate to your teeth for any length of time, that's what you really need to be cautious about. Since we're on the subject of dental health, I think it would be a fantastic idea for you to have a reliable recipe to make your own toothpaste. If you're interested in checking that out, I've posted it right here.